are here at this time, and we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis from Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to the host known as Joanna, as well as everybody else that are tuning in to this broadcast through your internet collective consciousness. What we would like each and every single one of you to do at this time is simply allow yourselves to get relaxed, get comfortable, and tune in to the vibrations of Sirius, so that you may synchronize, harmonize, and align to all the information that we have to share. Also understand that all of the information that we shall provide throughout this particular interaction today is simply that of our perspective, our point of view. For all knowledge, all information, all creation itself resides within your very heart, being, and soul. So, much thanks and love and appreciation to the individual known as Joanna. How may we assist you today?
Hi, Adronis. It's so wonderful to speak with you again, and I'm picking up your energy right now. Oh, my gosh. You're so right. You're so right.
Thank you very much, as we're picking up yours as well.
Oh, if anyone out there are empathic, you would totally pick up on this energy. Oh, my God. Woo! Exciting.
We therefore send out our energy to everybody else perhaps listening in who is empathic. Our energies, like a branch, are towards you, and in that sense, available for you to tap into as well, whether you are viewing this right now or, shall we say, through your archives.
I have a question, Adronis. Let me start first, and then I'm going to go ahead and hand you on over to my other buddies over here. But, well, okay, I just need to know. I mean, am I on the right path right now where I need to be? I have gone through a part of depression. I have gone through a lot of states in my life, and this is a point in my life where I'm just wondering about, am I on a successful path of where I need to seriously be right now?
Well, as the conduit has previously shared with you, that the whole idea in regards to, shall we say, the points of suffering is all part in regards to being a part of this plane, that you are enacting, yes, together with many different forms of events, of, shall we say, belief systems and dogmas that relate to, shall we say, the degree of extreme emotion, to where the degree of extreme emotion is highly alluring. It is that canvas that is so highly appealing to everybody else that they wish to indulge themselves in regards to these particular forms of experiences. And through these experiences, they may feel that after experiencing them, oh my goodness, I felt I have made a mistake. I felt I have made an error. From our perspective, there are no errors, dearest humans, pertaining to your forms of experience. The universe does not judge in regards to where you feel if you are behind or ahead, because really you're playing with the infinite. There is no measurement in the key relating to your state of, shall we say, unification with the self, to the evolution and advancement of yourself. So, as we say to you, Joanna, you are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly on course. The universe only understands perfection. And so, therefore, it is in the perfection of this moment for you to realize exactly where you are right now and understand what you have gone through different perspectives to bring you upon the path of achievement, of growing, of evolution, of advancement that helps you understand where you feel you fit in this moment. And you are exactly where you need to be. You could not be anywhere else.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're being you to the best you that you know how to be. It's as simple as that.
Definitely. And as far as career goes, do you see anything changing or transforming within this year?
We see immense things changing. We see immense things transforming. You will be able to, in that sense, create a form of, shall we say, group gathering, shall we say, across many different regions upon your planet, the ability to travel in different areas. In that sense, to embrace much of the cultural significances pertaining to those areas for you to help gain more of an understanding in regards to your continual pursuit of learning. And so much of these gatherings in that sense will involve invitations of you being part of many of these different groups to different places that you travel, as many people will be familiar with you in that way.
Wow.
And you will also in that sense be able to conduct both, shall we say, physically and, shall we say, through your online internet collective consciousness, particular forms of gatherings that will further assist in regards to what has been dealt together through your own passion. By bringing that passion forward and allowing others to share that passion, you create mutual gatherings together to where everyone benefits from the same benefactors of experience to which they are open to willingly share.
That's exactly where I'm at right now. What I've been focusing. That's my biggest desire to go locally and travel to these places.
Yes,
Not
and
just
believe
online,
us,
but
the
yeah.
universe hears you. The universe hears you in regards to that state. You do not need to make it so loud. So the whole idea is knowing when to, in that sense, mellow out for the requests that you are sending. Really, all it takes is one thought. That one thought is then sent out. It is transmitted. The universe says, yes, Joanna, we know this is what you want to do. We're only waiting on you. We're only waiting on you. It's the ability to listen to everything else. When you say patience, we're not saying for you to wait. We're saying for you to listen. That when you listen to all the voices on the wind, everything that the universe has to share with you in that moment, exploring avenues you have never, ever thought of conceiving to explore before, this is your path of allowing a great unfoldment pertaining to that manifestation to come to pass.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, I have a question, Adronis, from Ashley. She wishes to know, she's curious about where she will be in a few years, career, and if she will move soon.
We do sense the idea of invitations that may be going out, shall we say. There are possibilities pertaining to a whole new career. We are sensing that much in regards to the financial situations will start to improve within the times ahead. Right now, there is a bit of a feeling perhaps of purgatory or feeling that you're not moving in specific areas. There is a feeling of, in that sense, new friendships that are coming together, new opportunities for you to explore. There will be, again, invitations pertaining to the ability to travel with others who are, in that sense, forming a great relationship with you from afar, that, in that sense, are coming back to visit with you. And through these particular forms of arrangements of transformation of career, again, we are sensing something in regards to the public field, perhaps something in regards to public speaking, or something in regards to mentoring, coaching, communication in that sense, that will then come together, that will, in that sense, through the demonstrative purposes that you are conveying, will allow some form of opportunity to come together, to propagate, to manifest, for you to continue to, in that sense, accelerate in your understanding of functioning together on planet Earth, as well as enjoying all the, shall we say, particular forms of passions that you are putting together right now in this moment, to then, at that point, within the years ahead, begin to manifest.
Awesome, awesome. Is that pretty much clear for you, Ashley? Okay, she's going to write me back here. Wow, she says. Yes. Okay, health. How's her? What about her health? Anything for her health?
We're detecting that there may be at certain forms great tensions within the neck or within the upper spinal column. The whole idea here is that this can not only relate to particular forms of misaligned forms of posture, but also sensing in regards that the tension points often represent the idea of, shall we say, between the, shall we say, lower neck joint, between where the neck, shall we say, and the shoulders meet within that particular form of proximity. Yes. So the whole idea here. All right. So the whole idea here, from what we can sense and what we can share with you, is the ability of, in that sense, continual activity. So again, the activity that we are suggesting here is, again, something very similar to what you may be very passionate about. Perhaps that may relate to yoga, or in that sense, just going for brisk jogs, enjoying the nature air, allowing yourself to, shall we say, go through certain parks, looking at particular trees and feeling that a tree is attempting to call to you. We would suggest just parking yourself right next to that tree and literally allowing that tree to release a great deal of the energies that are built up. Now, nature itself is a grand healer, a grand natural nature healer. So the whole idea is that just go to a park or go to where the beach is and enjoy the water, or more specifically, if you are interested in receiving this particular type of healing fundamentals through the trees, look at the tree and listen to the trees, and listen to a particular tree that is calling to you that will assist you further in this way. There are particular trees that may be the most beneficial in regards to your vibration that represent the idea of cedar or oak.
Awesome. Well, you pretty much hit it on the nail right there, Adronis. Thank you so much. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? I mean, shoot away, you guys. Come on. This is your time. Don't get shy now. Don't be shy.
Joanna, do you have another question for us in the meantime?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I have a lot, but I don't want to, take up your time.
What was Ashley saying before we stated?
Well, Ashley said thank you. She just said you're right on. Yes, everything that you just said about her neck, her health, completely right on. Oh, do we have a caller?
Thank you very much.
Hold on. Do we have a caller? Hello, 954. You're on the air. Do you have a question for Adronis?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Oh, hi.
Hello.
I was actually just wanting to listen to the show, but all right. Well, since I do have a question.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what is your name? What is your name?
It's actually Candace Varga.
Hi, Candace.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hello. My question is pretty much the same thing. What am I supposed to be doing? Like, what is...
Anything you want, really.
Well,
the whole idea here is that this is something that's very, very common from whom we communicate with other people, is that many of what they feel is left in the background on a daily basis eventually becomes the majority of their life once they realize it. So the whole idea here is that anything that you feel that has been on the back burner, a hobby, an interest, something that you really felt passionate about but you felt was not feasible, literally from what we can sense is what's eventually going to become a career. Now, eventually, in that moment, you may feel exactly what we are talking about as you start to look at more of the background in regards to what you felt was, it's very, very interesting. I know this is a part of me, but maybe I haven't got to it. But again, we assist that we feel that a sensation of this has to do with, shall we say, animals.
Well, the thing is I'm in, I'm a cosmetologist and I do hair and stuff like that. I'm an artist, but I'm really, really in, my passion is really spirituality.
Yes.
That's really my passion. That's
what
I kind of like eat, breathe, and every day is I read something
Welcome
spiritual.
to our world.
But I'm like confused because sometimes I'm like, am I crazy? Like, that I see these things? That I hear these things? That I dream about these things? But I have such a passion for it that I can't stop either. So
this is why we are suggesting to you that the animals in that sense would be the guides that literally are able to shed some light in this way. The whole idea here is we're not referring to veterinary practices. What we are referring to is that through your own spiritual journey, you hold, shall we say, very deep Indian roots, which you would know as much of the indigenous culture within many different perspectives through your energy field, and that through much of their own understandings has been inherited together with you in regards to the association and communication with the animal kingdom to help give you more, shall we say, overview of what you are feeling your next direction is. So again, as this particular conduit stated earlier, right now you're meant to be in a state of pause, to being able to reflect upon yourself and utilizing the form of the animal kingdom to assist in regards to, shall we say, further enlightenment of where you feel you want to go next. But there is another direction that is looking to show itself to you pertaining to the spiritual field. The animals will simply be your guide.
So this is probably why I dream all the time with animal prophets, but they're always
wow.
They're white. They're always white, and they're always glowing.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now this represents a specific brotherhood. The whole idea is that when you are literally communicating with the animals in the dream state that are in that sense very luminescent, very white light in that sense, you are basically communicating with them in the purest of source that they can convey pertaining to the representation of what they mean to you. So therefore, these particular prophets, shall we say, in regards to your dream state, are helping to direct you, to steer you into a particular direction that you know is commonplace for yourself, that is passionate, that is exciting, but also in that sense is that of what you would know as the most authentic piece of you that will then be brought forward in the times ahead pertaining to your pursuit of spirituality.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That answer your question?
Allow yourself to, in that sense, be able to dialogue with many of these animal prophets contained within your dream states, as again, they are able to answer questions. It is simply the idea of being able to be, shall we say, somewhat lucid within the dream state experience. But again, all that really entails of you is just you being in the moment. If you feel that one of the animal prophets comes before you and their great vibrancy, ask, where do you feel that I am headed in these times ahead? We will give you advice in regards to that, and you will see it synchronized through signs of your reality to pointing you in that direction. It is very similar as if you are driving down a road and you see all these signs to direct the attention, the momentum and inertia of your car.
It's all day. It's like all day. I see everything all day. It's like that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, am I crazy that I see these things? And
well, you're not, girl. Day. You're not. You're so
and
not.
So I'm like, because some people are like, what is, they like tell me, they're like, we kind of question your reality. And I'm like, but I don't know why this seems so normal to me. So that's why and then of course I listen to Bashar like every day. Like he's like, just
I love
unbelievable. I'm just like in love. It was like when I came across him, I was like, I jumped out of bed. I was like so excited, and I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was like my next step in my spirituality of truth, you know. So I was so excited. But however, I do see these things all day long, and at first I thought I was crazy, but now I kind of have answers, and I thank you so much.
The key is accepting what you see, and in that sense, not feeling that this is faulty or feeling that this is just wild imagination going crazy. The whole idea is that as you accept more of what you see, more of what you would consider to be real pertaining to their nature shall become so. So the whole idea is that you are simply redefining what you would consider to be. The whole idea is that you exist within an anti-normal reality. The whole idea is that the anti-normal, the supernatural in that sense, is just as natural as you opening up your eyes to look at your house, to look at your place. All there together. You're just being introduced to it in a whole different way.
Awesome. Well, this is very, very, very exciting. So, did he answer your question?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right,
we thank you very much.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Awesome. That's exciting, Adronis. Thank you so much. And anybody out there who have any more questions before I go ahead and ask more? Okay, I guess I'm waiting here. Let's see. Come on, guys. I think maybe next time we come together, we'll let you guys know, and we'll give you more time to get ready to jump on the show to hear Adronis. But let's see. Anybody else? Okay, so basically, I guess everything's pretty much golden.
All right,
Some people, new people are.
For us?
Yes, I do. I'm just, like I said, I'm also, I want to ask about my health, if I'm doing better or what's going on with me so far.
Well, there's a reason why you're attaining many of these illnesses. It has nothing to do with violence. It has to do with yourself. Because, again, there are times where the body is saying, Joanna, you need to rest. You're overheating yourself. The impulsion to be passionate in regards to everything that you do reaches such an extreme of emotion that your body takes a toll on it, and you therefore become vulnerable to many of these illnesses. Now, again, the only idea to why many of these particular forms are picked up, shall we say, is that your body has reached the mentality of a state of overheat. When your body is in a state of neutrality and you are bringing yourself at a genuine pace, regardless of what anybody else has around you, you will not be affected by it.
Right.
So the whole idea
that
you receive many of these particular forms of ailments from time to time is, again, the sensation of overheat. And the universe is saying, Joanna, it's time to let it go a little bit, go into low gear for a little bit and just observe, learn to listen, and let your listening come together and bringing yourself into the alignment that you prefer, because it does not take intensity. It only takes subtlety. All right?
Right. That's pretty much what I have been going through, just overextending myself, wanting to do so many things at once and going in so many directions. And finally I'm just like, you know what, I got to do what I got to do. And then I also want to know what else, is there going to be any more resolution between me and my past, if you know what I'm saying, like with an ex that I'm pretty much still dealing with as far as an issue with him.
Yes, there will still be, shall we say, certain forms of challenges to go through because, again, there is still that feeling of, shall we say, battling or combating pertaining to certain forms of elements. The whole idea in that sense, the solution, relates to surrender. Not in the idea of giving up, but in the idea of understanding that this is what's been brought forward through solution. Let it play itself out so that it can then self-resolve.
Right.
So again, being the problem solver that you are.
Right. That's what I've been doing. I've been racking my brain doing that over and over and over again.
And again, it's
finally,
not really the feeling of, shall we say, being too caught up into it. Because again, once you have developed a solution, that is all that is needed. It is developed, it is produced through subtlety, and it is, in that sense, working together in processing. Bring your energies to something else that allows you to maintain that form of balance within yourself.
And do you see me channeling in the future, by the way, like doing more channeling and more psychic work? And because I really want to take my work into a higher pace, like just really go full force.
Well, basically, one particular image that we are seeing is if you were to basically take both of your hands and form a triangle. The whole idea of reason why this is because you are literally functioning together as a pyramidal conduit pertaining to many different consciousnesses that would exist in the nature of what you would know as the manifestation stars. So literally connecting to the Pleiades, literally connecting to Sirius, literally connecting to your own sun, to the energy of Ra. In that sense, hold together the ability for you to channel. You also have the collective conscious agreement to connect directly to the feminine energies of the being that you once knew as Isis.
Oh yeah, I've always felt that. I've been always drawn to her. Oh my gosh, always drawn, and I'm just ready to take that next step. I'm ready. I mean, I think that's probably why time is just getting to a point where it's like it's time for you. You know, you don't have to go out and get a job or work so hard. You know, life has actually been pretty good as far as our, you know, how can I say, comfort. It's content right now. So it's like I'm able to extend and put my focus more onto that, which is great.
Yes. Now, you are also able to communicate with us directly through the channeling state, as we have demonstrated in your past. The whole idea is that much in regards to our energies would represent the feminine aspects that are then falling together with you as you and this artistic soul.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Well, definitely I'm putting that out there.
As has been shared with you in the past. All right?
What was that again?
You do feel that as we have shared with you in the past through this conduit. So the whole idea is if you feel that you want to communicate with us directly, it simply is in the idea of imagining your connection to the star of Sirius, not even really imagining it because, again, it is there, but in that sense becoming the bridge pertaining to that star, and therefore literally seeing our particular symbol that Brad himself utilizes, that of what you would know as the blue shield containing the golden tree of light. This, in that sense, is our, shall we say, vibratory phone number in that sense. But you are able to literally dialogue with the feminine portions of our soul, of this particular conduit's expression, of this particular conduit that represents yourself, your holographic matrix, together with the entity that you know as Adronis.
Wow, that's awesome. That's very exciting. Well, I'm really, really excited to have you on, Adronis. This has been absolutely amazing. Okay, another question from Ashley. Will she have a good career in the massage department?
Yes, most definitely. Now, again, it's a different type of massage, not from what you would consider to be the standards. It would be much more of what you would know as utilizing the form of that of what you would know as divine source energy, together channeled through that of massage. This is something that's happening to many different practitioners as they are utilizing more of the form of consciousness contained within their work, not just the idea of, shall we say, physical massage.
Wow. Very, very awesome. So kind of like Reiki, really
and again,
tapping into that energy.
This will relate to demonstrative purposes in public forums.
So energy healing, she wants to know?
This will be, shall we say, energetic healing massage, for the lack of a better term, that will be demonstrated through particular invitations of public forums. Therefore, in that sense, being in somewhat of the public arena. All right?
Okay, great, great. Okay, I'm getting another one. Tom is typing away here. I'm waiting for him to come on now. More master online than there has ever been in history. I'm sorry, come again? Or more mastery online? That's all I'm picking up here. Hold on, he's writing some more. I have to say I am absolutely flabbergasted right now. I'm very flabbergasted. I haven't talked to you, Adronis, in a few years, and I remember having conversations with you in the past. I do remember very well, and I was just going through my channeling stage. I was learning. I was still skeptical. I was going through, the energy. I didn't know what to do or what to think, and now it's more of, okay, I've been through full-on channeling all together, and now that once I get someone to help me to get to that point, it's going to be a piece of cake for me now.
Well, it is important for you to remember that the very first 3 words that you received from us attempting to enter this channeling state was shifting into grow energies. And so basically what was happening at that time was a calibration. In that sense, aligning particularly the meridians and the chakra center, shall we say, seals contained within your body to align in regards to synchronize with our signal, our ray of consciousness together. So in that sense, that particular propagation was, shall we say, enhanced through a state of acceleration where you're able to receive us in some form through the basis of those words.
Very interesting. Okay, this is what Tom was saying, that there is more masters online than there has ever been, like masters like Bashar, Eckhart, Ram Dass, and so on.
Well, that therefore gives you the indication of how well your population is exploding within your consciousness.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
The whole
Tom
idea.
says, Joanna is the master, he says. Thank you.
The whole idea is that your population is now beginning to accept the idea of consciousness, the refamiliarization of who they really are coming into their lives. And therefore, everybody has their experience. Everybody has something to share. You are all gathered around an immense campfire, and you are all sharing your stories of wisdom, of humor, of intrigue, and of excitement. You're all here together. You're sharing it together with the animals. You're sharing it together with the plants. You're sharing it together with the elements. You're all together around this beautiful fire, all sharing your tales, and every single one of them are valid. Therefore, there are 7 billion masters upon your planet.
Well, Adronis, okay, and now let's get to the futuristic aspect. Okay, that's the question, not too much about me, really. About what do you see what's going to happen within the next 2 years for our planet?
The next 2 years will go through, again, a very strong state of intensity. The whole idea of what is attempting to be done now is the advancement past many of your stereotypical systems to which you have been, in that sense, contained within for a great deal of time. There will be, shall we say, more continual uprisings of, shall we say, the transformation of your states of currency. There will be more, shall we say, grassroots effort in the redesigning of your educational systems. There will also be more further redesigning in regards to your capability of, in that sense, shall we say, moving more toward, at first, a commercialized state of traveling through space that will then follow in regards to a community-based state of traveling through space. Now, again, the commercialized aspect will prosper more so within the next couple of years. We estimate that in the idea of the transformation of community space travel will, shall we say, propagate upon the time between the years of 2050 and 2065. The whole idea here in regards to 2014 and 2015 is that you are laying much of the groundwork out. You are planting these particular seeds, and these particular forms of grass sprouts are starting to come together. So the whole idea here is that you are all independently and collectively identifying the faults pertaining to the systems in regards to the states of false promises, to where more of the uprising in regards to community-based, shall we say, mentality, based upon funding aspects, based upon financing, based upon how you're all coming together collectively will, shall we say, shape the landscape of how you all live individually. A whole new premise in that way, in regards also to education, to political structure as well too, will be more and further distrust of your leaders contained within the Earth governmental power that will literally allow themselves to, not, shall we say, being overthrown, but literally be advanced past. The people themselves will take the commitment of allowing their own communities to be brought forward into their own hands. Those particular leaders will still exist, but more of the people will stray away from them and moving more into community-based service, shall I say. The whole idea that your planet is still going through certain shifts, and there still may be certain shifts contained within the ringed circle of Earth changes, that of which you would know as between South America, North America, Eastern Europe, and of course Australasia, pertaining to certain forms of shifts. But again, this is nothing to fear, because basically what's happening is that as someone may literally see a quote-unquote disaster, there is something that's actually happening deeper within the Earth that's actually preventing further grander disasters from manifesting. And so understand that everything that's taking place upon your planet, whether it be something localized in regards to some form of distortion or Earth shift, is all part of a grander concept to allow the maintaining of your planet in regards to its massive form of inhabitants, to preserve, to prosper, and to continue to grow and develop within the years to come.
And I'm also getting any idea when UFOs will be more visible to the rest of the population, more of an official contact, or, yeah, official first contact. This has now been
placed entirely, shall we say, almost entirely within your hands. More and more people are literally going to go out and create that of what you would know as CE5 contacts. This would represent the idea of what your Dr. Stephen Greer has called close encounters of the fifth kind. This is now starting to take a much more, shall we say, growing approach pertaining to individuals who will literally go into specific regions of your planet, initiate in telepathic dialogue with specific vessels that may be within the vicinity, and literally seeing for themselves what they can attract based upon their intention to make contact. This will happen more and more as we move into 2014 and 2015. By the year 2015, there will be a particular event. It's all depending upon the particular type of scale that has not been, shall we say, propagated certainly at this time. But there will be events around the time of 2015, and even a smaller event around 2014, where there will be a particular form of introduction pertaining to that of what you would know as the extraterrestrial presence. And that's really all we can elaborate on this time, because it can take many different forms, that which has not been known to propagate just yet.
Wow, well, that's frickin' exciting and amazing. Now I'm also hearing from Cliff High that they were talking about some weather changes and paradigm shifts this year. What do you think about that? What do you see with that happening?
All the time. Your weather is changing all the time. Sometimes it is synthetic, sometimes it is natural. But again, it's all part of the process. And here's the thing that many people do not realize, is even when there is synthetic creation of weather manipulation, there is benefits happening in regards to its propagation that is not being fully realized. Now, in regards to its propagation, also in that sense, helps to test the collective consciousness of how well, together through mass meditation, that particular weather system can be dissolved. But also in that sense, based upon its particular patterns of entry and, shall we say, format together, also create other particular forms of matter, shall we say, that may not be, shall we say, understood at the particular time pertaining to the, shall we say, shifting of energy cycles. So again, there is a lot more happening. Again, if something really did not represent some form of benefit, shall we say, between the Earth and the collective consciousness, it would not be allowed to manifest. This is why many of your nuclear silos upon your planet have been constantly deactivated over and over and over again in any attempts to create some type of mass war that is always going to be averted. You will never, ever, ever experience any type of World War III.
And do you feel anything to like the chemtrails going away soon?
Well, understand that the chemtrails themselves is all part of an action that the people themselves are working to resolve. Because again, it's more so becoming aware of what that is doing to your skies. So again, the more that you educate yourselves, the more that you form groups, and the more that you take action upon that, the more that those particular forms of endeavors themselves can cancel themselves out based upon knowledge. It is the knowledge itself that you are all applying together to form wisdom that therefore renders many of these particular forms of inconveniences or distortions to be inert. It's all part of your own personal learning process to understand what's going on through what you look at upon your skies or what's happening in regards to the well-being of your environment. This is something for the people to resolve. All right.
Wow, very, very, very interesting. Someone wants to know about, oh, God, now here comes all the questions, Adronis. Sorry.
All right, we're happy to answer 2 more questions before concluding tonight.
Okay, 2 more questions. Let's see, let's talk about Monsanto. Protests are growing. What's going on with that?
Again, this is the exact same thing as we're stating pertaining to your chemtrails, that more and more people are becoming educating in regards to what this particular organization is doing with many of your crops in regards to GMOs, shall we say. So more of you are becoming educated, more of you are spreading the word, more of you are applying wisdom to allow that many of these particular countries across your planet are literally banning this particular organization from their regions. And again, this will continue to happen until Monsanto primarily is dissolved through the action of the people.
Awesome. Okay, everyone. This wraps everything up. I'm very, very excited to have you on board, Adronis. Thank you so much. And would love to talk to Brad again, if you don't mind.
All right. We thank you very much, Joanna, for the opportunity of this interaction tonight. And we thank each and every single one of you tuning in from your internet collective consciousness for being a part of this interaction with us tonight. I am Adronis from Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to you all, and we will see you all again in the moment. We now return to the conduit. Goodbye for now. All right. Thank you very much, Joanna, for that. So,
wow.
That's Adronis, sorry.
Thank you.
No problem.
Wow.
No problem at all.